So, we're just going to quickly reset stuff. We always get that Ace version error because I have some little spiced up custom stuff running on the servers, but let's quickly reset everything and get everything back underway. So the first round, there was a lot of clusterfuck, but let me quickly look back at that fucking compound here. Okay, there was a fucking door, but there wasn't a door on the other side. And he managed to run around, because his path, he went around, he just didn't focus on that. So I'm still counting it as a fucking demotion. But whatever. We'll take care of that after the stream. Because if you're playing a medic, your first priority should be getting people up. And we have enhanced movement. He could have coordinated with Kristoff. And instead, he kind of went around the building. He could have even frickin' enhanced movement climbed to the roof. I already saw Kristoff do that. Whatever. That's enough of that. Let's set up this next mission. So, RHS. We're going to put the RHS ammo crate down. That's the wrong crate. Weapon crate. Where is my weapons crate? There she is. So, that one, and then a basic, if I can spell right. And boom, there we go. Basic medical. Ace basic medical. Cool. I'll put that right there. Control C to copy those two things. Control V to copy these two puppies.
Let's give them a warm welcome.
Easy as that. And then offroads. We'll use not the police variant, we'll just use standard. Easy as that. Then we'll go over here. Perfect. And we'll see how that added mobility gives them some advantages here. So, same exact objective. I'm going to put down some fuel trucks for the Iraqi forces.
All set up.
We're going to try to switch up their position. Well, we can't really for these bases, but for the middle base, we can definitely switch up the position. Make it more of a guessing game. And I'll put 2 in here. Why not? Add some variety. And I'll put that one right here. Okay, that's not in the script, but, you know, you can float. We'll fix that real quick. Go to our hemmets, because I want to add a few hemmets for additional spare wheels in case they are needed. So, cars, hemmets, perfect. And we'll put that puppy right there. We will put 1 hemmet here, 1 hemmet there, and then another hemmet over here. Again, spare wheels in case the player base decides to do something stupid with grenades, Forny Mike, which is also VP25, or, you know, needs to shoot out the wheels to try to stop players, because that bulletproof glass is pretty significantly powerful. So, we put those there, and now let's do our garrisons. So, infantry, rifle squad, we had a single rifle team here.
All set up.
2 rifle teams over here. And then a rifle team in here. Let's quickly do a mass garrison, see where everyone goes. That's the wrong setting, so there we go. Put that puppy in. We have to do some minor adjustments here because some of the units spread out, unfortunately. That happened a few Achilles updates ago, which is a bit annoying, but hey, gotta live with it. We'll do that. Garrison these guys, and these guys spread out quite a bit. So we're going to make some adjustments. And that was Barty Lord's voice as he joined into the TFAR channel. as in he respawned and now he's officially on the server. So for this one, I'm not going to have guys over here in the corner. I'm just going to have them cover different angles and mainly focus around within this warehouse and around. And then we need to do our third group, garrison. And in all this time, hopefully the player base is planning their strategy. Same exact thing's going to happen except for 2 changes to our variable. 1, it's going to be an additional fuel truck. And 2, they get 2 offroads to use. So we'll see how that all plays out. So that should be good. Now we will put down our varying patrols here. Set those guys safe and full. That way, when they aggro, they can run around and be QRF as needed. This group, same exact thing. And then for the central group, I have a group of 4 patrolling around this place itself. And then B, 2 groups of 4 patrolling around here. And they might become QRF to go assist in that base too, depending on if they hear the gunshots. Now, Remus, thank you for the subscription, my friend. I am having a nice day. I hope you are having a nice day. I just realized TeamSpeak was covering my damn stream chat. But hey, 2 months in a row, that's awesome, man. Hope you keep enjoying the content. So with all of these things in play, this is going to be round 2 of our nice little experiment here. Everything's good to go. I need to set up our global skill back to our classic 75, 35, 75, 50. Now for our border, blue dots. And we'll see how that plays out. Boom and boom. That's a bit tough to see. There's our AO. Okay, I heard my audio cut for a second. That would have been bad because my headset sometimes gets a bit wonky, but that's perfectly okay. Boom, boom, and boom. Look at that from a map perspective. I've got Blue Force tracking on so people can see squads. So this is basically what we have. A very simple, standard, nice little PvP AO. Let's see how it plays out. I'm not going to add any AI to this because you want this to really focus on the PvP. And since these guys already limited the first person and it's tier 1, you don't want to make it so difficult where the PvP outright stomp them unless they do something stupid like not medic their people. But, hey, you know, shit happens. This is your Zeus. The only additions we have made on this op compared to the last one is 1, each team gets 2 off-roads to use at their discretion, and 2, there are 2 fuel trucks in the central compound compared to 1 last time. The first team to bring 3 of the 4 possible fuel trucks to their base wins. He is up for player teleports. This occasionally happens. Let's see if it'll let me move Makarov here. We'll just kill him off, and that should fix him. He wasn't moving, he might have just been typing, but that's fine. Sometimes you just need to move them, other times you need to kill them off, and then sometimes they actually, like, have their body there. So, looking around, this is what I mean about PID, because the Op4, they have some darker colors for their faction. Meanwhile, Independent have more lighter colors, which we see right here. Oh god, wait. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one person just got kicked. Alright, so they're kind of even. Kind of not. We started with 12 on each side, and I'm assuming we're going to have some DCs, because A, Kristoff just got banned for throwing a bad frag, and B, you know, some people get mad and rage quit the first time because the op doesn't play out as they want. Also, they're dropping stuff on the ground. Normally, I would be mad about that, but I haven't give them a storage box to put their shit in, because that was originally the limited arsenal. So looking at what we got, Andrews is going to play Medic as the Bone Setter. And for Independent, we have Ratcane and Get Cover playing Medic. Hey, if he goes Superstar and plays Medic this time, and I actually see him heal a person, I'll reconsider, you know, taking away his common sense check. But if he just goes for kills again, that's just going to reaffirm my statements. Independent, are you ready? There's probably still coordinating. Independent or Op4, are you ready yet? Gotcha. I'm going to give each team another 2 minutes and then ask again. I'm assuming that means no if they're spinning around like that, because yes is when you just go up and down real quick like that. I think it's because Andrewza, they're still trying to get What's That back, and I'm assuming he's the one that's keeping Op4 in check. Otherwise, let's look at weapon composition here. So, they're keeping suppressed again, or at least the units that they can, but they're earning a variety of machine guns, suppressed AKs, seen also some people just going out with just iron sights or limited scopes. That's actually very nice to see. Very well balanced. People aren't trying to be OP, but we got 2 suppressed snipers here. So I'm gonna hope to see some sort of sniper team, or possibly even a rush tactic. But, you know, Independent, the Blue Force side hasn't really changed in anything. So, otherwise, let's look at Independence faction here. Pretty much the same thing. They've got a mix of suppressed and unsuppressed. Got a single SVD sniper right here. Someone actually going with a VS Vest. Nice. Just got to remember, though, that severely limits the range. A lot of people were cherry picking here. We even have a suppressed sniper down, but a lot of different choices were made right here. Alright. Alright, Independent Op4, are you ready yet? Please let me know via chat. Alright, Op4's Gucci. Independent, are you ready? I need someone to type to me. It's a yes or no question. Sane per... You know, fuck it. Just to freak him out. Alright, all forces, you are clear to proceed. Good luck, have fun. Say perhaps. What the fuck does that mean? Alright, Op4, right off the bat, charging in. Meanwhile, Barty and Giant Spaz playing the shoddy sniper role, basically hitting the 0 key to sprint to a new position. They're going to pick a sniper spot within the hills up here, and that is relatively close to me, but I am well hidden right there, so hopefully I won't get shot. Anyway, Makarov charging in with his team. Oh, that's going to be risky, but no one's going to be facing the outright southern side. Okay. I even killed myself with that. I rarely remote control. But it is shit like that that makes me remote control. When you charge right up to an area with no fucks given This is what happens. This is what happens. You lose both of your... I'm gonna get shit for this when people watch it back, but in all honesty, why? Last time you did this, you took contact from right here. What made you think that this was a good idea? For literally bum rushing into the fucking AO.
You're fucking...
To quote what Andrews had just said over Global, yes, Makarov, who probably orchestrated that, is a fucking idiot. I cannot believe what I just witnessed. Flying Finn is the only survivor, and he's gone in through the back, and he's alone. Surrounded by people that literally want to kill him. Otherwise, see, Op4 did it right. They didn't even use their vehicles. Look, they're pushing in, they're fortifying near, and they're engaging in a firefight. Excuse me, these are independent, but still. Yeah, 6 kills calling a Harrier strike. I'm gonna definitely tear Op4 a new one, but now it's independent have the advantage here because they've got guys in the field and now they're exchanging fire with the AI. The question is, how much progress are they gonna make while Op4 push in to try to manage their losses here? And he gets shot by this guy who was watching that direction. I mean, how could Flying Finn have known? That's a really tough spot to cover when you're solo. He wakes back up, though. I mean, this is the angle. Is that a flashbang? Nice. Yeah, so he just flashed that area. Now he throws a grenade. It's going to be right back here. Manages to injure 2 guys. Nice, but then he goes down once again to this medic in this spot. That is his angle to fire. Oh, he wakes back up again. The medic immediately looks at his position. Oh, that's tough. Flying Finn doing a good job. He is surviving. I'm going to get this guy out, but he's already pulling back. So now this guy's going to watch that back corner. Meanwhile, Op4 are stagnating. They are stuck right here. And it looks like they're dealing with a single unit that's over here. I'm hearing suppressed shots. They're taking out the guys in the overwatching positions right here. But otherwise, they're just basically... I only hear one person shooting. The rest of these people are just looking around like they're retarded. Yeah, the only person shooting is freaking Whiskers, who's up here on the 3rd story. A nice looking... It's basically a PSO scope on an AK, so he's playing an assault rifle / sniper role. The rest of his guys are kind of just chilling in here for whatever stupid reason. But Ratcane, look at that. He's staying in the middle, looking around, get cover, kind of playing the assault role again. But he is a rifleman as well as a medic, so that's fine. But I don't think they're going to get too much of an advantage, because Flying Finn by himself has cleared out a lot of people in here. Caused a lot of unconscious people. I think it's still anyone's game, but it should be noted that Independents still have their 2 vehicles, and they're keeping them on reserve. Meanwhile, these guys are actually falling out. Yeah, he wakes back up. I have my eye on him, because if he's fucking up Royale... Looks like they actually shot out the driver of the fuel truck, so it's not going to try to drive away. And these guys are pushing north. Interesting strategy. Maybe they're going to try to hit center first, but... that's risky. Because if they wanted to bum rush center, they should have taken their Vix, followed this riverbed up, and then started their assault right here. Or not even had to, just take out the sentry and then get up to the wall and then move up from there. So, the time lost is going to allow Op4 to get back. That's a shame. So, Flying Finn, again, to this medic. I'm being shot at by guys over there, so I might have just, again, intervened when I didn't need to. He goes down, but... oh, that's such a pain. Did he try to vault? He might have tried to vault over onto the rooftop, and that is why the medic got him. It's another possibility, but hey, he tried. He definitely did try. Op4 is sending a 5-man team up. Or excuse me, Independent. Jesus. Independent are sending a 5-man team up. Meanwhile, the other 5-man team is trying to rush mid without their vehicles. Meanwhile, Op4 have set up a sniper position. And they are quite possibly already tracking Independent's movements. But this is a massive kill zone right here. A lot of open terrain. Very easy for a sniper to take him out. And it's also, this is a massive kill zone right here. But I will say, from a terrain perspective, Op4 have a bit more of an advantage. Independent, though, could easily snake around this riverbed and assault from this position. Otherwise, Op4 basically using all of the units they have to push in right here. Flying Vin might be able to be medicked up. I know Andrews is playing as a medic, but I actually do not see him. He's all the way in the back, so they might be able to keep him alive, or at least unconscious for long enough. But otherwise, Flying Finn might have to respawn, which is going to be unfortunate. Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? Otherwise, these guys are still clearing out this compound. I heard a suppressed shot, and Murphy shot Mr. Foreskin. Are you retarded? I guess they are. Gave him a little spook right there. This team has actually run out here. I'm going to send them in. Otherwise, I'm hearing some more gunshots over here. Well, let's see. Get covers down. Rat King might try to risk it to get him back up. That might not be the smartest idea, because it looks like he was trying to assault the main entrance instead of getting to cover like a dumbass. Otherwise, I'm seeing some shots go up here. Looks like they're just trying to clear out this area. Shkelly's gone down, but because Op4 is trying to bide its numbers here, and they're being very slow on this assault, I think, I keep calling them Op4. Independent, excuse me. Independent are going to probably not be able to win this one. Just on principle. Pyro crossed that door without checking his right and goes down as a consequence. Pieing your corners is always very important. Otherwise, a sniper team, yeah, they definitely like this bush. They're situated right here. They got an auto rifleman to spot, and the sniper can already track targets. Very good to see. Yes, this is Tier 1, Drakoi. One team is doing exceptionally well, and I think Makarov lost his squad lead rights because I see What's That now stepping up, and he's leading the charge. They're making Makarov drive the thing back as punishment. So I'm going to have this 3-man team come back up here. That was the patrol, and for whatever reason they decided to run down, which happens. Hope they also looted the bodies for vests and helmets. That's good to see. And that gear will definitely help them in the mid-assault. Meanwhile, Independent pushing up lightly. Ryzen is danger close, but still has not been spotted by that 4-man team, but something definitely just nope, I retract that. It just, they sped up to catch up with their squad lead. So his stealth skills for 50%, that's really nice to see that he is able to stealthily creep up on these guys. Whiskers is also trying to do the same thing on the other flank, but Independent is still having a tough time right here. Dude, just run around. Actually, it's not cleared out yet, but you need to literally fix your fucking mods. I just saw him trying to run into that door. I don't know what's wrong with him, but that's definitely a mod issue. So he's going to take shots at him, and he's going to get out since he just got fired at and drop your sorry ass. Action, reaction. Otherwise, the Independent scouts here are doing a very good job creeping up on that compound. Op4, otherwise, pushing up on foot since they've lost their 4-wheel Vix. Blue 4 trying to push him, but right now we're seeing a lot of just focusing on the objective itself. And this it's lining up to be an Op4 victory. Wolves comes in, takes shot. Literally, he is reloading his gun. And the rifleman drops Wolves. So, Why did the Op4 assault succeed while the Independent assault failed? Well, let's look at numbers. Op4 are being one massive team. They're taking all of their forces, which is about 10 to 12, and they are assaulting the same objectives, even if those assaults turn out to be really, really stupid. That's fine. They're using swarm tactics to basically overwhelm the compound, outflank their opponents. Sure, they may take casualties, but it's all worth it. Now, Op4, Independent on the other hand, are not doing that. They're trying to divide into more unified teams and send groups around the AO to try to cover for themselves. And it's not working because these guys just don't have the skill to clear out these compounds by themselves. People that do have the skill, people like Lewis, which I don't even know where the hell he is right now. I haven't seen him. But I do not see a Lewis. Whiskers coming close with Daniel right here, who's out in the open. Yeah, Whiskers, I think, saw him. He's trying to drop him. He shuts the door. But I don't know where Lewis is, but Lewis was able to finish up this compound and basically show off some really good skills and do it single-handedly because Lewis has the know-how. He's a Milsim player, for fuck's sake. And I would trust him to be able to do something like that. Pyrozane dies. Ratkin's trying to get the other medic up. But just some of these players in Tier 1, don't have that specific skill set, which is fine. I think Lewis just outright left after round 1, which is fine. Whiskers looks like he got Daniel as he tried to run into this compound, since it is expected for Op4 to try to push in this compound as a staging area. And it looks like they have pissed off the 50 cal. And now it's going to drive up and possibly cause problems. I'm not giving any movement orders, I'm just letting the AI do AI. Only remote control if it's well-deserved. But right now we've got Mr. FR trying to crawl up to get on this Humvee. But will they be able to down him before the Humvee turns the gun? Nope. Oh, Chunks taken out of the medic Andruza, who is the point man, and he literally gets himself killed. So C-Spans, the AT man... Oh, but the gunner is turning. He's searching, and chunks are taken out of him as well. Oh, that's not good. We also have Accelerion's gone down. Murphy's trying to stabilize. Otherwise, we have Mr. FR trying to line up a shot through this bush to take him down, and he gets the shot. Nice to see that. Deadgull and Ryfox are trying to flank around, but I'm willing to bet Barty and Giant Spaz have taken note. Yep. Guns are pointed right at them. They're waiting for them to get in an open position to strike and cost them their lives. Whiskers is still flanking around too, but he's going to run into a combination of both the three-man squad I've called back that was patrolling that objective and the Op4 players. So we'll see if he survives or goes down to AI. Ooh. No blood though. He didn't get hit, but he didn't take any of them down either, but he did cripple one of those guys. Good to see. Excel kills himself. C-Span still pushes up. He's taking fire from that AT guy, so he's going to use this Humvee as cover. Trying to line up a shot here. Gets him, literally makes him do a frickin' front flip. Otherwise, how are Op4 doing here? They're still clearing out this compound. They're still trying to get up, get cover, FFS. But they've got that fuel, Hemet, and they're driving it back at this time. Let me do a numbers comparison real quick. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That doesn't count. 3, 4. Ah, fuck's sake. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there is a little bit of imbalance right now. But based on what I've seen Op4 do, I don't think it's really affected anything based on the tactics Op4 has been trying to use. Or Independent, excuse me. Oh, this is going to be great. And that is exactly why looting and taking vests and helmets is better than trying to flank around. What we just saw there is Whiskers got the jump on Eander, hit him quite a few times there, but because of the vest that Eander looted and the helmet that Eander looted from the first objective, He was able to survive all of that, then turn around and immediately down Whiskers, who had no body armor and probably died on the first shot. So Whiskers is probably pissed about that, but I will explain that in debrief of why that is the case. And it's simply put, go in with the AO, loot, and then get to the central objective. Now, I'm going to adjust this guy because he should realistically move around to where the fire is, and since Op4 has the advantage right now, it's or it's going to just lazily stay right there, but Independent definitely not having it. At the very least, they should probably get their vehicles. One of them's actually already gone, but probably get an off-road and try to drive off. But it looks like they even use that to frickin' reinsert people. Oh, that's bad. Otherwise, Op4, they've got a few stragglers surviving right here. Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we? This fire team is literally retarded. It's just going to take one guy to look over. But none of them appear to want to... Oh, there we go. So FR is probably going to get shot in the ass. Nope, does a quick little duck and gets away. There's the 50 cal going off. Looks like the 50 cal traded with Murphy. But I know Murphy's not going to wake up from that, and that gunner is probably not going to wake up from what Murphy shot at him either. Op4, it looks like they're diverting units to go take out the independent forces, but again, they should probably try to focus on the objective. FR is the only remaining Op4, actually the only remaining player within the compound right now. Other than that, it's just more Op4 units and a single independent unit. But independent really need to get a fucking move on. They could still potentially save this. It just depends how long Op4 takes to regroup and do another push. But until then, it's still, in my opinion, a bit too close to call. Otherwise, FR is running up. Jeez, that's what the armor does with players. He took quite a few shots. I saw a shot to the head. I'm going to make this guy get out. Being logical with what I need to do, but that last guy managed to down FR. Now we still have a few units everywhere. Independent have quite a walk. I'm not sure why they haven't coordinated with... Nope, they have. Ryfox might be able to now pick up people and quickly bring the independent guys up for a last-minute charge, but I think that's all they're going to be able to do. Excel also charging up with a Hemet. He's going to park it right here and get out. Him and Daniel. Daniel's being a good player. He's been a good player so far in these operations today. But, I mean, for Op4, this is pretty lined up. There's only a few guys left. I'm going to get this guy out of the Humvee. Let's give him a 4 units left. Meanwhile, Independents still have quite a bit to deal with right here. But they could potentially flank around. And Rye, instead of picking up the rest of his guys... No, he might. He might still drive around, but it's risky. Or he's just going to drop Whiskers off right here. Independent are being a bit too conservative here. They keep setting up way too far from the actual objective, and then they kind of go in one at a time and fuck themselves. That's what I've been seeing. Op4 are a bit more... they're on the other side. They're more reckless. They lost both of their vehicles because they charged them up, and I threw a single grenade at them and literally got a multi-kill. So I'd say based on that action, Op4 is going to win this. They're going to clear out the remaining units. They're going to grab both of these fuel trucks. And by the time they're grabbing them or, you know, leaving them of acquisition and then driving away with them, only then will we see independent forces start to push in from their side. That is what I'm calling right now. Because at this rate, I mean, there's only just these guys right here, but right here is a straight shot. Kill that one guy. Drive the fuel trucks out. You're done. So again, to break it down... Had it not been for that first assault being really, really stupid, Op4 would have already won by now. This is also a good example of you want to play these ops aggressively and not conservatively, because especially if you're fighting against a conservative player for an objective where you need to be quick and precise, the reckless one is always going to win unless they are way too bloodthirsty or reckless, so long as they focus on the mission. So Makarov managed to knock him unconscious by spraying those bullets, but he wakes back up. And he's ready for a fight. He's going to crawl out. He's not done with Makarov yet. And his buddy, who is using a Stound mod, Andruza, shoots him in the head and somehow ends up under a different body. Why? Because logic. So, this is going to cause me to ungarrison the remaining AI and send them over because the AI are only reacting to what they have available. I'm going to get this guy out, but now the focus needs to be to get the fuel trucks out, because if they just have Makarov and Druza run in and take the fuel trucks and drive off, they'd have it. But people are being a little too bloodthirsty right now. But looks like Makarov's going to go for it. And Druza gets shot because, you know, units ungarrisoning. Gonna have this guy try to drive back in. He's gonna drive away from you, Chucklefucks. Whiskers. Wow, Deadgull actually managed to drop Barty Lord. But Barty Lord's stuck. Deadgull's trying to get around him. That's perfect. Oh man, that was great. Daniel's gone down, and there's Eander and Makarov taking those fuel trucks back. Otherwise, that is an up for victory right off the bat. And as I called, Independent are just getting to this little AO right now, just on the edge, but by now it is too late. As expected. As expected. Yeah, Northern, he did not do a good job ambushing Deadgull. Alright, so we're just waiting for it to go back, but at this rate, there's no way for up for or Independent to recover, so I'm just going to call it here. We'll have a debrief, and then I will change up the variables once more. This time, I will give them limited arsenals and allow them to wear vests, just to see how they do. Hold on. And then scenario. Whiskers is still up, but man, that's a shame. So we'll have our debrief. I will reset the server, and we will go from there. So let me quickly bring down.
That was good.
That was easy.
Yeah.
All right. Restart the server again. Quick break. Disclaimer. I did remote control a unit and cause significant damage to one team. Up for, if you are going to literally drive vehicles right up to me, I will remote control a unit and kill you all.
Yes, it was a mistake and it was my fault. I didn't realize how close we were, so I just kept driving until somebody said, hey, there's enemies next to us. I was like, oh well.
Just saying, you drove right up to the compound and fucked yourselves, yet you still managed to pull off that op, and here is why. Up 4 played this operation very aggressively, even recklessly, in the beginning, and I thought Independent were going to be able to bounce back. Unfortunately, Independent were at the opposite side of the spectrum. They played way too conservatively, and they were way too slow to even push up in the objective. When Independent started the firefight for their first mission, only one person was shooting for the first 2 minutes. Everyone else kind of just sat around, just looking like dumbasses, and the guy shooting was even further back than the front line that Independent had established. So what ended up happening was, while Op 4 were basically committing almost all of their resources to hitting the objective at the same time, Independent kind of splintered off. Some people just tried to go to the center and then fell back once they realized that the first compound was being a lot more difficult than the other, and shit happened. Now, let me put this out there for Op 4. I already forget, but I know this happened. Who shot who in the first compound because of a PID issue?
Earthy, I think that was.
And
I mean,
who?
it wasn't really PID. It was more like a itchy trigger, I think.
Yeah, I
just a
mean,
reaction shot. Sorry about that.
That's no bother. You healed me afterwards, so.
yeah, I saw that. So just again, guys, PID.
Oh, no,
I
it was
get
just
that,
a
you know, we all
reaction.
have itchy trigger fingers and shit, but you know that happens. Another thing I
Oh.
want to point out. And this is transition this to what we're gonna change for round 3 here. But Whiskers, how did you feel after that happened? And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, it felt good.
Wait.
What happened?
Okay,
sorry?
no. I'm referring to when you flanked around and tried to kill Eander, and Eander just outright mowed you down.
That's
Good boy.
Let me
That's why you
explain
don't
this.
go in a shooting fight with
No.
machine gun.
No. Let me explain why that happened. Eander, with Op4, looted the compound that they assaulted, and Eander obviously got a vest, and he got a helmet. Whiskers had nothing because he dedicated himself to trying to outflank the player base, or the enemy faction, the Op4 player base, outright. And we can see the difference of what armor and helmets allow for. A lot of extra damage can be negated with such items. Therefore, for this round, I'm going to put limited arsenals down. Here is the deal. We all know what the full OP frickin' Russian vest is. That is not allowed. Everything else is allowed. Okay?
How
You
about
get the
just,
second best vest.
how about
Okay.
just no plate carriers? Since people will just take
How
their
about
vests.
just a tactical vest?
Okay,
Yes,
fine,
yes.
yep, we'll do that. Tactical vests, and I'm allowing for you guys to have the basic helmets of what the Afghani and Iraqi guys would be wearing. Basically what you've been looting. So we'll go with that, and the next round we'll just say, you know, even plate carriers. So we'll keep going, and also keep the teams balanced. So we should have, since there's 24 people in here,
No, I'm leaving.
that means there's 23, one person's leaving, so it should be 11 versus 11, okay?
I'll be leaving as well.
Now it's 11 versus 11.
Okay, 11 versus 10, or 11 versus 11, whatever works. Anyway, when I leave, you can, or when I, you know, transfer into the TFAR channel, you can join in. So we'll get back into everything. And you guys enjoying this so far? Is this a good exercise for PvP?
This is
great.
Yeah.
We're seeing what
Fun for
works,
me.
what doesn't. I hope this is a good learning experience. I know What's That, Excel, and I are probably going to laugh in admin channel after this, after all the bad tactics we've seen. But I've also been seeing some good tactics. So I hope you take these into the weekend offs we'll do for Tier 1 and Tier 2. And one more thing, get cover. I witnessed firsthand what you were talking about because I saw you run into that invisible door you claimed. Please note that in that building there is a door, that not a door, but an opening around, and I know you walked past it on the first objective. Play it a little less aggressively, please, and focus on being a medic. If you want to play a rifleman, play a rifleman. Okay?
Yeah, but nobody
Yep.
was pushing, so I had to push.
Something strange happened when we assaulted the second combat in the middle to take the fuel trucks, and AI just flew through the tires in front of me and just killed me. Or shot me, but I didn't die. So,
Memes. Alright, let me put the TeamSpeak away. Boop. And we'll go for round 3.